Hey beautiful people, what is up? Welcome back to the channel. I'm here for another new makeup releases video. Honestly, I forgot what I was here for. Jeez Louise, but I'm here for another new makeup releases video. Per usual, I'm going to go through makeup on your radar and I'm going to talk about all of the new products that are ready to hit the market or have already hit the market and just give you guys some of my overarching thoughts. Now, it is a busy season for makeup. Everything from luxury to high-end to indie, and that's kind of because we are in holiday season. So we're seeing a lot of holiday releases. We're seeing a lot of holiday sets. I am thinking that I will do a separate video that's just specific to holiday sets and like advent calendars and that type of thing. So let me know, because I do think that one, is going to take up a lot of time. And two, I kind of want to go through product by product just to kind of give my thoughts on like value for some of those sets and just how I think about advent calendars and holiday sets in general, especially if you have a huge makeup collection. So let me know if you guys are cool with that being like a separate video. And now as I say that out loud, I realize I'm asking y'all, but I've already kind of made the decision. But you know, it's still a dialogue here, so just let me know in the comments down below. Anyways, that being said, I'm going to go ahead and scooch this side so we can just dive right in. I have about an hour to film. Not even an hour to film, because I need to film 2 videos. I have about an hour and I got places to go. And if the hair looks a little frizzy, it's because I'm deep conditioning. So, you know, just let me live. Just let me live. It has been a week. Yep. I will do a chat to get ready with me at some point. I have a ton of life updates for you guys. I wanted to do an October reset. Kind of similar to what I did in September, just like a planning, so you guys understand where I am both mentally, physically, professionally, because I'm definitely committed to including more of those on a consistent basis on my channel. Okay, but new makeup releases, let me go ahead and scooch this side. Lastly, I am wearing the new Underland palette, It's Underland palette from Ilia Cosmetics, because I know somebody's gonna ask. I did film this look. It will be a sort of first impressions review type video for you guys. I do need to film a couple others, but yeah, that's what I'm wearing on the eyes. And on the lips, it is the Fantasy Cosmetica, one of their tinted lip balms. Again, they don't have the names on the individual ones. And I paired that with an hella old lip liner from House Labs. This was like before the new House Labs. So that's what this lip is. Okay. Let's dive in. That has to have been my most chaotic intro. God damn. Okay, so starting from the top, we have the full reveal of the Michael Myers and the Glamlite collection. I don't know. Is this something from Scream? Right? No, Halloween 2? I don't know. You guys know I don't do a lot of scary movies, so I have no idea a lot of times when these Halloween collections come around and they're based off of like these thriller horror movies. I guess I'm just not in love with this for a couple of reasons. And this is a full collection, so there are a couple of different things here. So there's the eyeshadow palette, which is orange and blue, which I think we've seen before, including from Glamlite, like their Frosted Flakes collection. And when I say orange, it's like neutrals and blue. So like their Frosted Flakes collection, I think their Hershey's collection was also neutrals and blue. So I think we've seen this before, even from Glamlite. This is pretty though, and I love the neutrals and blue smushed together. Collaboration, consistency. I don't know what word I'm looking for, but blues and neutrals work really well together, so this makes sense. It does look like it leans a little bit more cool toned, so I think people will actually like that piece of it. But I just don't need another neutral blue palette. I think I have quite a few of them because it's a very, very common combination. That's what I was looking for. In addition to the palette, there is a highlighter. That looks nice. And a lipstick. It looks like a lip oil. Well, I guess it's a lip kit. So you get a lipstick and a lip gloss. And those two are $22 a piece. The palette, I should have said, is actually going to be $34. It's not bad. Glamlite prices are amazing. Like, I still am like, like, they're still really, really good. Oh, and the lip kit also comes with a lip liner. And that's $22. So $22 for 3 products, a lipstick, a lip liner, and a lip gloss, sorry. That's really good. That's an amazing price. There's a mirror, which kind of looks like, well, the handle looks like a knife, but then you have the actual mirror part. And then there's the Michael Myers face. No. And then a piece. I wanted to call it like a bag, but they're calling it a purse, so not a makeup bag. The mirror is $26. The purse is $40. I don't know about y'all, but I'm not going nowhere outside with a purse that has Michael Myers' face on it. Especially like outside of Halloween. Maybe during the Halloween season, but after that, like, no. Is it just me? Like, we going out wearing this? It's a cute bag though. Outside of like the picture on it. I don't really see the inside of it. Anyways, if you wanted to get the full thing in the PR box, it's $110. But the knife, mirror, and the bag are sold separately. So it's $110 for everything except the mirror and the bag. If you wanted to get everything without the PR box, it's $94. I mean, price-wise, this is phenomenal. Like, to be quite honest, like, to get all of these products, or the vast majority of these products, for $110 or $95, that's insane. Because typically, you know, palettes nowadays run us between $50, and that's on the low end, to like $75, $80. And with this, you're getting a palette, you're getting a lipstick, lip liner, lip gloss, all of that, and a highlighter. That's an insane price. So, yeah, I think it's cool. I think if you like Michael Myers, I think the Glamlite formula is exceptional. It is such a good one. So I don't think you can go wrong with picking up anything from Glamlite. But let's move along because we can spend all day here. Okay, I haven't seen photos for this, so I'll see if I can like screen record the video. But Patrick Ta is releasing eyeshadow duos. I don't think I've ever been more excited. I have nothing from Patrick Ta. Yeah, I don't. I just sold my Patrick Ta blush palette because I had it, never used it, never touched it, never swatched it. I just don't do a lot of cream products, so the cream and the powder, it just wasn't for me. It didn't make any sense for me to keep it. Wait, no, I do have his eyeshadow palettes. What's wrong with me? I do have his eyeshadow palettes. Those are nice. They're a really good formula. I think that they're great if you are neutral lovers. And looking at this reel of these duos, these are stunning. This is what I wanted the Pat McGrath duos to be. Like, dead ass. Because when Patricia gave us duos, I was like, Pat, now, first of all, those duos are in cardboard. So, you know, the luxury of it already doesn't luxury. And these look like they are in this beautiful, like, metallic component. And I think that there's a really nice pairing. So each one looks like it has a lighter shade and a deeper shade. I will say coming down to the end of the reel, it does look like some of the shades are closer together. But I do think that this is perfect for, like, you know, a nice one and done look. You pop a little bronzer in the crease. Or, you know, you put the lighter one in the inner part, the deeper one in the outer part if you want just like a good all shimmer look. So I am interested in picking up a couple of these. I would like all, but I also know that Patrick Ta is in that kind of like luxury price point. So I will probably more likely than not have to manage my expectations and just get like one or two. I don't see a date for the launch just yet, but I do know the Sephora VIP sale is coming up very soon. I believe it starts November 1st. So if it does come up within the Sephora VIP sale, you know, that's a good way for me to get 20% off of that. Let me know what you guys think about this, because this is actually one that I'm genuinely excited about. And it takes a lot for makeup to excite me nowadays. I'll be honest. And I think part of the reason why I'm excited is because it's just two shades. And I've really been into the simple, you know, one and done, two and done looks. And yes, I know I have a lot going on, but this is actually a simple look for me. Kind of. But I love the simplicity of some of these, you know, just put one really nice shadow and blend it out kind of looks lately. We have a new palette from Notoriously Morbid. It's called The Fall Y'all. This is interesting. I'm wondering if this is from their sister brand. What's the sister brand called? Because they have their Notoriously Morbid brand, which is the hand-pressed, handmade shadows. And then there's a sister brand, which I can't remember the name of, that uses white label, private label shadows. These shades, just looking from the palette and how like uniformly they're pressed, it does look like it might be white labeled, but I can't tell. And I don't know anyone that's been buying from Notoriously Morbid lately. Let me know if you guys do, because I just think a lot of us felt like the wait times were a bit much and the communication was also a little bit lacking from the brand. And considering that they haven't really been sending out PR, to my knowledge, like, you can't really see what it looks like before you buy. So I haven't really bought anything. So let me know if you guys have, and if their wait time situation has gotten any better. Okay, we need to talk about this. But Blend Bunny has dropped, well, not dropped, but revealed a new collection, and this one is in collaboration with Robert Welsh. Now, if you didn't know, I don't know how, because Robert Welsh is a very, very popular YouTuber. I'm pretty sure they have over 1 million subscribers on their YouTube platform. They're actually a twin, so their brother, does skincare, and then Robert is like the makeup, which I think is so cute. But Robert is extremely knowledgeable about makeup. In addition to, you know, having a YouTube channel and being on the platform for quite a long time, I think they're one of like the OGs. He also was / is a makeup artist. So he is like technically trained in how to properly apply makeup. And I think a lot of times when you look at his reviews and the way in which he applies shadows and talks about shadows, it always comes from a place of education, which I've really appreciated. Now, I don't watch too many tutorials or educational reviews anymore in terms of like a how-to, but I do enjoy watching Robert still, because I think that the way in which he presents it makes it feel fun even though you're learning. Anyways, that being said, I'm so happy for this collection, this collaboration that they're working together. I'm not gonna lie, I really, really like it. I think it's so pretty. What I like about this, right, is that we get the Blend Bunny mattes, which are still the majority of the palette, and you get that gradient. So for each row, you have 3 mattes, and I would say that the mattes are kind of like light / pastel, medium, and that's probably more mid-tone than medium, mid-tone, and then deep, so like super rich. And that's what it is for each row. But what I think is really nice about this is that each of those 3 matte shades are end capped by a very light shimmer and a deep shimmer. Now, personally, I've always really enjoyed the Blend Bunny shimmers. They do tend to run really rich, but I know that some folks that are of a lighter complexion than I am have always complained or felt that sometimes there aren't enough lighter shimmers in the Blend Bunny palettes, and that the darker shimmers are just too rich for them. So I do appreciate that this palette includes a light shimmer and a deep shimmer, so that, you know, and me personally, I like to create a nice little gradient, but I think it will be like really better suited for some folks with lighter complexions, while still giving deeper skin tones, you know, the richness that we need. And I think, you know, parts of Robert being professionally trained as a makeup artist is that he's going in with the mindset of, we need to make sure that this works for all skin tones. And I just finished watching his video where he like launched his collection, and it was so much fun to watch. Like, you can see the excitement in the way he talks about this, each piece. It was really nice hearing him talk about specific names, because the collection is called Divination, which I guess is all like, is it like witchcraft? Is it? I don't know. I don't know what it means. But like, he talks about like psychics that they were named after and all that fun jazz, whatever. But in addition to him talking about sort of like the themes behind it and how he chose specific shades and whatnot, he also talked about how the products are meant to perform. So outside of the palette, there are 2 lip gloss balms, which at first I was like, what does that even mean? But the way he explained it is that it has the hydrating properties of a lip balm, but it has sort of like the thickness of a gloss, so it has a little bit more shine and impact to it. But it's not so glossy that it's sticky. And I was like, oh, okay, now I get it. That makes sense. Additionally, there are 2 shades which I thought were really strange at first glance. There's like a green and then a grayish shade. And he described that the green shade is meant to neutralize red pigments in the lips. So it's really good if you wanted to pair it with a red lipstick. And then you could see how it changes the pigment of the red lipstick. Hadn't thought about that at all. And then, you know, there's the gray, which I just think is really cool for like the spookiness of it all. And lastly, there's an eyeshadow duo. I'm calling it a duo, but he called it stackable, not eyeshadow, eyelashes, stackable eyelashes. So there's an eyelash kit, and there are 2 pairs of lashes in there, and they're meant to stack, or you could wear them on their own. I personally don't wear lashes, so I don't know. Also, I don't know what, if anything, I'm gonna get in PR. So if I do get it, I will try it for the sake of trying it, because I'm really bad at doing lashes. But I am super excited about this. Now, I know, I can hear you guys, and I fully get it, because I've also been chatting with a couple of you guys in the DMs on Instagram, and I know a couple of you are of the opinion which is a fair opinion, that a lot of the palettes are beginning to look similar. And yes, I'll be honest, you know, Blend Bunny does tend to favor a lot of rainbow palettes. So if you look at the entire Blend Bunny catalog, a lot of the palettes will have some sort of mix of different rainbow colors. Now, if you do have a huge Blend Bunny collection, I would recommend that you follow Deandra Nicole on Instagram, because she does a really good job, and God bless her, because that's doing the Lord's work, and I just don't have it in me. But she does a good job of swatching the palettes in comparison to the other palettes that are on the market. And by that I mean is that she will take the greens from this palette and then swatch it against Surge, swatch it against blends. So you can see exactly, like, just the greens alone, what are the other greens in the Blend Bunny ecosystem. So I think that, yes, it is another rainbow palette. 100%. It is also a larger palette, and I think that that's just where Blend Bunny sits. I just think that you have to kind of decide if this is going to be for you or not. I also don't feel too much that it is another rainbow palette, because it's a collaboration palette. Now, when you're working with collaborators or, you know, creators or whatever you want to call them, it really is their vision, and this is Robert's vision. So if Robert wanted a rainbow palette, I mean, create a rainbow palette. So, but I hear you guys. So I totally understand if some of y'all are like, no, you know, I think I have this within my Blend Bunny palettes already, so I don't think I need it. I will say the biggest and the newest thing that I see in this palette is that light row of shimmers. So that would be, I think, the most obvious benefit of getting this. But I have no additional details. Wait, apparently there are additional details. So in terms of release date, I'm pretty sure this is going to be released on the 18th. So the 18th of October. It's about a week from now, 12 p.m. Central Standard Time. Is that 1 p.m. Eastern? I don't know. And the palette is going to be $48. The lip gloss bombs are $15 a piece, and the stackable lashes are $12 each. That's not bad at all. So, you know, great pricing. I do believe affiliate codes will be available for this, because they have been for all of the other collab collections. Mine is Jamila. I'll let y'all know, of course, once it releases. And if I get it in PR, you know, without a doubt, I will be creating looks on this one. So huge congrats to Robert. Huge congrats to Blend Bunny. Oh, before I wrap it up, one thing that I do enjoy when it comes to the Blend Bunny collabs is hearing the creators talk about their palette and talk about their experience working with the brand. And one of the things that's kind of like been consistent is all of the brands really had a pleasant experience working with Maggie, who's the owner of Blend Bunny, which I am so thrilled to hear, because sometimes that's not always the experience of folks. And all of the creators that, you know, Blend Bunny has chosen to work with are so intentional about making sure that their collections work specifically on deeper complexions. And that is just like, it makes me feel good inside. It makes me feel so happy, because makeup is meant to be inclusive, it's meant to be fun, and, you know, I just hate having to constantly complain about not feeling represented, and that's just not something I've ever had to worry about with this brand. So I'm really excited, and I just think that this is so well deserved, and I'm so glad that, you know, Robert agreed to do it, and him and Maggie came up with such a beautiful collection. So huge congrats again, and yeah, oh, this is an exciting week for makeup. So exciting. Okay, so let's talk about this Makeup by Mario Ethereal Eyes Moonlight palette. I need to see this compared to the other two. Because to be honest, right, if I were to take my little finger and cover the blue in this palette, this looks like the first one or the second one. Like, there's nothing different about this palette other than the couple, is it like 2 shades of blue that were added? Because there's a black in there, but there is a blue matte. Yeah, there's a blue matte. And then a grayish blue, a bluish gray shade. Grayish blue. But other than that, everything else is just kind of like cool tone neutrals. And didn't he do a cool tone version of this palette? I don't know. I just feel like this isn't different enough. And granted, I am positive that these are different shades. Not positive. Let me walk that back. Roll it back. Granted, these are likely different shades, but in the grand scheme of things, if you swatch these out next to each other, are they really that different? And even more further than that, if you swatch them on the eyes or apply them to the lids, do they look any different whatsoever? And that's what I'm concerned about, is that I just don't think that this is different enough, considering that the vast majority of this is neutrals, and there are literally 2 pops of blue. And I'm saying 2 with like a question mark because the gray is still a gray. It just has a blue undertone to it. Now this is going to retail for $68. It'll be available on the 15th of October. If you want it, I would say wait for the Sephora VIB sale. I don't know if this is going to sell out. Genuinely. I know a lot of people seem excited about it. I'm just confused because I think it looks so similar to the other 2 that he already released. Oh, this is pretty. We have a new palette from Wicked Widow Beauty, Tales of Terror. I will say when it comes to color stories, brands literally kill it every single fall. That's when you get the best color stories. Summer and spring, y'all can work on those. I need y'all to do better. But fall, them fall palettes, they hit hard. Anyways, this is a haunting palette with 8 mattes and 7 duochromes and multi-chromes. It will retail for $58. That's not bad. It's not bad at all. I'm laughing because I'm at the point where a $50 palette is not bad. Not even $50, like $58, which is like almost $60. This is funny. This is pretty. I really like this. And I have not been into colorful palettes lately, but something about this is just so pretty. Okay. But I'm really trying to limit how many palettes I buy because in addition to, you know, brands killing it when it comes to fall releases, there's also a lot of them. So I have had to very significantly and very strategically choose the ones that I want to buy, both for personal and for like content creation purposes, because I can't get all of them. I definitely can't film with all of them in like a appropriate time. So I'm trying to be mindful of not buying too much, especially when I have to pay full price. Because y'all already know, Black Friday is basically tomorrow. I went into Kohl's, because there's a Sephora in the Kohl's near me. You know, we're just pivoting for a little bit. There's a Sephora in the Kohl's near me. And when I walked through the door, the first thing that greeted me was Christmas decorations. And I was like, but we haven't even hit Thanksgiving yet. How are we at Christmas? So the fact that the stores are on Christmas, like decorations, tells me that Black Friday is around the corner. So in some ways, I have actually started creating this running wish list of the palettes that I'm interested in picking up, because I do think that for a lot of these, I can simply hold out till Black Friday. And I know a lot of you guys are also doing the same thing because I see it in my comments. I mean, I am never going to be the creator that tells you to buy something immediately. I will be the one that always tells you to wait for a sale. And we know that Black Friday is, I want to say, the best sale of the year, but it hasn't been. As of, you know, last year wasn't it. But Black Friday is typically when you can get a pretty decent sale. At least 20% when it comes to indie brands. So I know, at least for me, I'm at the point now where I'm weighing, is this something that I need to purchase now for like content creation purposes, or something that I can simply hold off on and add to my wish list for Black Friday, which then gives me the opportunity to really sit down and think, do I actually want this? Because that is something that I'm grappling with as well, is the FOMO of it all. Like, I see something, it's really beautiful, I want it, and I want it immediately, but after I like think about it for a week, I'm like, actually, I could do without it. So I encourage you to do the same as well, because with all of the releases that are coming out, and with so many of them being this good, it can add up. And I want y'all just to be smart about like what you're buying and how you're spending your good hard-earned money. Okay, that was a bit of a tangent, but let's keep going. And I'm skipping quite a ton just for the sake of like, oh, I'm not interested in it. We have a new collection from ColourPop. It's their Bratz collection. You know, I was never a Bratz doll fan. I think that was a very American teenage tween girl thing. It just didn't hit Trinidad the way it hit America. So for me growing up, Bratz was not necessarily it. Lisa Frank was, but not Bratz. Yeah, we didn't really do, at least not me and my friends. We weren't into like the Bratz dolls of it all. So this doesn't speak to me nostalgically or color-wise. I do think it's an interesting color story, especially the eyeshadow palette. But other than that, meh. There are some, also like some jewels, like some face jewels, which is just, those look cheap and a little juvenile. And I'm not gonna lie, how much is them face gems? $10 for the pack. I feel like you could get that cheaper elsewhere, right? Like $5 $5 maybe at like a Five Below, Amazon, Dollar Tree. Let me know. Either way, the palette is $26. Not bad. I appreciate ColourPop for continuing to give us affordable palettes in this day and age, because y'all know what the prices are. So $24 for the palette. There are, oh, there's a lip gloss in like the squeezy tube. Oh, that's cute. That's real old school. The lip gloss is $9. There are lip kits, which are $14 a piece. I guess that's like a lip liner and a, what's in that? A lip liner, and I can't see the next thing. Then there's the face gems, which is 10. Liquid liners, which are $10 each, and then glitter gels, also $10. That's not bad, super affordable. And the full collection is going to be $124. So let me know if you guys are planning to pick that up. How are you feeling about ColourPop? I know that they've definitely significantly scaled back in terms of how often they release, and I do think that they've been giving us pretty interesting color stories lately. I just feel like when it comes to their formula, I stopped buying a long time ago because I just found better formulations in terms of eyeshadow that I liked more, so I haven't really like gone back to ColourPop. You know, it's hard when you find a better eyeshadow formula to go back, you know what I mean? But let me know, is that a brand that you all still check for, shop for, all that fun jazz? So the Avatar and Lethal Cosmetics collection is going to be restocking. Is it October 10th? Yeah, October 10th. That was 2 days ago. So it's restocking. If you know, you know. That Avatar collection is perfection. I bought all of the palettes and I love them all. I don't know what Lethal did with their formula, but them palettes is it. I definitely recommend picking up if you are interested. I am also a huge Avatar fan. Like, if you didn't know, and you probably have, because when I'm typically on here, I'm drinking out of my favorite coffee mug. I have so many coffee mugs, and I always drink out of this one. Just because, like, it is my Avatar mug. It's perfect. It holds a perfect amount of coffee. And I will cry if it ever breaks. But I have my Appa, Katara, Toph and Momo. Then we have Aang and Sokka. Like, how cute is this? I still have a little bit of coffee left in here. Either way, huge Avatar fan. So I bought it for the Avatar of it all. I even have the little Apple makeup bag. Oh, wait, let me show you guys. He's so cute. I need to get these to lay flat. I don't use it as a makeup bag because it's white, but you know. So they're restocking the collection, but they're also adding 2 new products. First and foremost, there is a fan brush, and that is for Suki. If you didn't know, if you don't remember, Suki is, what were they called? Kyoshi Warrior. She's a Kyoshi Warrior named after Avatar. Kyoshi, I thought she was an important part of Team Avatar, so I don't know why she was in the first round. Like, she saved Appa. She saved Zuko and... what's his name? Zuko, Sokka's dad from the prison, and then she saved Sokka and Toph at the end of the series. So she's a huge part of Team Avatar, and she deserves to have her own thing. I was kind of hoping for like a little fan bag, but you know, we got a fan brush. It makes sense. And then we have a, what is this? A glitter gel for Yue. Yue is the moon spirit. I guess that's all she is. Did we need a Yue? Not necessarily, in my opinion, but you know. Am I gonna be picking up these extra products? No, because I have no use for a fan brush. I've never used them. I won't use them. I won't use it. It's not worth it for me to pick it up, and I don't need a glitter gel. Again, a product that I don't use, so it would be a complete waste on me. But I'm just so excited. Anything Avatar gets me like excited, so yay. And if you missed out on the collection, I genuinely think it's a good one, you guys. You don't have to buy it, of course not, but it really is a good collection. Especially the Fire palette. Oh my god, it's perfect. You can actually get this look from the Fire palette, and I think those palettes are only $26, so just in terms of pricing, they were really affordable, so something to be mindful of. Okay, let's move along. I feel like we talked about this, you know, I'm not really sure, but Nomad has released their Chicago Speakeasy palette. It's available now. I love it. It's a spicy neutral palette that is just Chef's Kiss. It has 5 multi-chromes. Oh, it's so good. It's such a good one, you guys. Definitely 1000% worth it. So I do have a full review on it if you want to take a look. And I also have an affiliate code with the brand. Jamila will save you 10%. All that fun jazz. It's a good one. If you have already picked it up, let me know in the comments below. Genuinely curious. What else do we have that's interesting here? Okay, so I've switched over to the Trend Mood website. It looks like in addition to the Michael Myers of it all, there's also a second collection from Glamlite, which is their Coca-Cola collection. There are 2 8-pan eyeshadow palettes, both are $28 a piece, and 3 lip glosses. I mean, these look fine, like, as their products always do, but, you know, doesn't really excite me. I talked about this in a separate video, but Hourglass, in addition to their standard holiday palettes, they also have an extension of their Bonnie's collab. So there are 2 more palettes with that Bonnie's collab. If you want to see my full thoughts, I definitely recommend you check out that video because I do like actual comparisons to the palettes in my collection, because the Bonnie's collection, all 3 of those palettes repeat shades. There's no new shades in that. So if you want to see which shades are repeated and where you can find them, check out that video. Talking about another video you should check out, I got the Enchanted Night eyeshadow palette from Chanel Beauty. I just did a review of that. It is an eyeshadow and blush palette, so you can use it on your eyes and your face. I just got the palette, but in addition to the palette, it is a full collection. There is a highlighter, a couple of lipsticks, you know, what's that thing? Nail polish, liquid eyeliners, liquid lipsticks, in addition to that, the bullet lipsticks. So there's a ton in the collection. All I got was the eyeshadow and blush palette. So if you want to see me demo it, definitely check that out. I know that as of right now, this is available in like the Chanel boutiques. So if you want to pick it up, you have to check out a boutique. It hasn't come to the website just yet. But once it does come, I will be sure to post it in my Instagram story. So if you're not following me there, you should. It's a good time. I'm a vibe over there. It's definitely more laid back and not just 1000% makeup, but it's fun. I also, random tangent fun fact, I started a bookstagram, you guys, because I've been on my reading journey and I just wanted to find other readers, especially those who are really into like Black authors and whatnot. And just, I want to talk about the books that I'm reading. So if you are into reading, go ahead and follow my bookstagram. I will put it down here. It's just called Jamila's Book Club. So join that if you want to be on my reading journey with me. Yes. So, and it's a slow reading journey. Jamila is not going to be reading 15 books a month like them real bookstagram girls. I don't got the time. I don't know how they do it, but I don't. We have 2 new palettes from ABH. This is their Sugar and Spice palette. They're 2 neutral palettes. These are pretty. Really good for travel. I love, like, they're basic too. They're basic neutrals, so that's why I'm like, oh, that's pretty, because it's literally a simple neutral palette. These are $29 a piece. That's not bad. That's actually really good for these 9-pan palettes. I do think that these are going to go on sale, so at some point you might be able to get them for like 20-30% off. So hey, you know, just give it a minute. We also have a couple of baked face palettes from Ilia. These are nice. I'd seen this, and I think I'd also seen people making fun of the component for these Ilia palettes. Yeah, and I see why. They're pleasurably shaped. Sorry, you know what I'm getting at. Either way, it comes with a bronzer. It comes with bronzer, blush, and highlight. And there are 3 shades, so like a light, medium, and a deep version. Oh my god. Whew. Yes. These are pretty. I mean, the deep one I could probably wear. It might not work for much deeper than me, but this is nice. How much does this? It's $58. I'm intrigued. Maybe at like a 30-40% off, I'd pick this up, because this is nice. It also looks I was gonna say it looks good for travel, but then I'm also like, dang, if that has to go through like a security scanner, it does it. Like, okay, let's move on because I think this is just too funny. Oh, I completely missed this, but I wanted to talk about this. Melt's holiday collections. So Melt has released a couple of products. So they actually had kind of like two little announcements. The first is this like Universal Monsters thingamabob. So it's the creature from the Black Lagoon. Is that like a Scooby-Doo thing? I have no idea. Either way, it's a quad. So like really small for like typical Melt. And then there is a handheld mirror. And the quad, I should say, is $39. The mirror is $25. There's a face gloss for $25, a lip gloss for $21, and if you wanted the bundle, it is $95. Okay. I don't know, y'all. I don't know. I feel like I expected more from Melt, and particularly because I think Melt has always been kind of branded as this grungy, out of the box kind of brand that really has always dived into the Halloween-ness year round. So this kind of feels almost a little lazy. I feel like lazy is too strong of a word, but I'm just saying that, you know, I was really disappointed by it. I expected a little bit more. Now, aside from that collection, there's also the Bride of Frankenstein eyeshadow palette, which is $49, as well as a loose translucent powder for $39. And where's this bag? Oh, and there's also a Dracula collection. Oh, so I guess they went with 3 months. So I guess the whole thing is the Universal Monsters collection. So you have the creature from the Black Lagoon, the Bride of Frankenstein, and then Dracula. Now, for the Dracula part of it, there's a mascara for $24, a liquid lipstick set for $21, a lip gloss for $21, and you can get bundles of the Dracula set for $55 or $75. Okay. Ooh, that Dracula lipstick does look really good. It looks like blood. It really does look like blood. Huh. I'm interested in that. But, it's a red lipstick. I can probably dupe that out easily. Oh, and the last thing is this, like, crossbody backpack, which is $45. You know, that's the thing that I'm most interested in this Melt release, which is, again, quite sad. But the Melt fanny pack is probably one of my favorite products ever. I love that thing. And my goal is to buy the neon green when/if it goes on sale during Black Friday. Because the black one is literally what I wear like almost every day. Especially if I'm running just like a quick errand to the store. Yeah, I'll typically end up just like getting it there. Okay. And wait, what am I talking about? Sorry, I got a notification for this like pair of pants I want on Target, and it's on sale, and it's like last chance. It completely threw me off. But yes, so the Melt fanny pack, love it, have it, obsessed with it. I kind of want this white bag, but I'm also like, I don't like the print of the monsters on it. It just seems a bit unnecessary for me. But if it does go on super sale, I'll get it. What I will likely get again is that sort of neon green one that they have once it goes on sale. Because when I picked up the Melt one, the black one, I think I paid like $10 for it. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I paid like $10 for it when I bought it. Okay, let's just do maybe one more, and then I can get off of this thing. There's also a new Tom Ford collection that will be releasing in January, so this is like a early preview. It's the Rose Exposed collection. There's a quad, and that embossing scares the crap out of me. Oh my god. So, quad, it looks like a face duo, a lipstick, a lip gloss, and I don't know what that circle thing is. Is it a pressed powder? Who knows? Oh, it's just an empty cushion case. Okay. Yeah, when it comes to Tom Ford, man, it's like, you know, it is what it is. you're gonna get the same thing over and over again. Speaking of getting the same thing, let me tell you guys about the actual holiday collection. So what I told you guys was their January release. For holiday 2024, this is their new Soleil Neige collection. Every year I think they do like a Soleil something collection in white packaging for like the Christmas season. This one has a quad, which actually does look really pretty. So it's a really pretty, what's it called? I don't see the name of it, but Soleil Eye Color Quad. That one's stunning. There are 3 limited edition glosses. The gloss formula from Tom Ford is actually quite nice. There is a highlighter duo, so it looks like those are cream products, so a cream blush and a cream highlighter. Soleil Neige Shimmering Body Oil. I believe I have that one. I actually do have it. So this is the Soleil Neige Body Oil. It does have, I would say, like more white silvery flecks in there. So I don't use it as often because I prefer gold. But it does. The other thing too about the Tom Ford body oils is that they have the fragrance in them. So they're lightly scented. So if you wanted to wear perfume but you didn't want to spritz, the body oil is really nice. And it does give like a nice little glow. Like this is like perfect for a nice little Christmas or New Year's party. And you just, you know, lather yourself up. Oh, this smells so good. Anyways, so yes, the Soleil Neige body oil. I guess that's not a new release though. That already exists. And it says here that it has citrus, floral, musk notes. And it really does. So like, it does have a really nice floral scent, but it does have that musk in there. And you guys know, I am not a gourmand girl. I don't like anything that's, I want to say overly feminine. I do like to lean a little androgynous, sometimes more masculine. So I like things that are a little bit more smoky, a little bit more heavy, a little bit more musky. So that's why I really like that fragrance. But it's not so musky that it is genuinely masculine. It's giving... And the reason why I like those like stronger scents is because I think they give boss bitch energy. Like there's a power to it, but like a subtle, sexy, sultry side as well that I like. Okay. This is why I don't review fragrances, because I'm really bad at it. Anyways, let me scooch back into the side so we can wrap up this video. So that's it for today's new makeup releases video. Let me know down in the comments below per usual. Is there anything that's caught your eye? Is there anything that you were planning to shop? I know that there's a lot of things on my list, but like I said, I am going to be trying to hold out for Black Friday as much as possible and creating a wish list for myself. As always, thank you guys so much for watching today's video. I hope you had a good time. It was a vibe for me. I appreciate you all so much more than you know, and I want to hear all of your comments. If you don't know what to comment or you just don't want to write anything long, just go ahead and leave an orange heart. All of that helps support the channel, and I really appreciate it. Anyways, thank you guys so much. I hope you have a great day, great rest of your week, great weekend whenever you're watching this, great morning, you know. I appreciate you all, and I'll catch you in my next one. Bye!